Hey guys, welcome back to 3.7, divide decimals by whole numbers. Just a quick review of where your divisor, dividend, and quotient are in a division problem. Okay, so when you divide decimals by whole numbers, obviously if your decimal is your first number in the division problem like this, like how it's written here, then it's going to be your dividend, and your whole number, if it comes second, is going to be your divisor, and then your quotient always goes on top. Okay. So the first problem here we have is 6.8 divided by 2. So after you've set up your problem correctly like this, I want you to line up your decimal point. And by that I mean, if my decimal point is right here, I want you to go straight up, put it right there. Okay? Now we can start dividing. So how many times can 2 go into 6? We know that 2 can be multiplied into 6 3 times. So my 3 goes on top. 2 times 3 is 6. We're going to subtract 6. 6 minus 6 is going to be 0. How many times? Oh, sorry, we got to bring down our 8. So how many times can 2 go into 8? 4 times. 2 times 4 is going to be 8. So we subtract our 8. Our remainder is going to be 0. Okay? And our quotient is 3.4. So how do we check our division answer to see if it's correct? We're going to multiply our quotient by our divisor. So we're going to do 3.4 times 2. 2 times 4 is going to be 8. 2 times 3 is going to be 6. There's one number behind the decimal place in our problem, so we're going to have 1 behind the decimal place in our answer, so 6.8, which is our dividend. So 3.4 is correct. This is our check, so we don't get confused. Okay? All right. So when you're dividing a decimal by a whole number, after you've put the dividend in the right spot and the divisor in the right spot, line up that decimal point up where your quotient will go. All right, we have 9.48 divided by 15, so I want you to set it up. Hit play when you're ready to start solving the problem. Okay, so we've set it up. The last thing I have to do is line up my decimal points. So I'm going right up here. There's my decimal point. Then I'm going to erase my error so I don't confuse myself. There we go. All right. So we see how many times 15 can go into 9. Well, 9 is smaller than 15, so 15 can't go into 9, so we're going to put our 0 up there. Then move over to how many times 15 can go into 94. So if we do some multiples of 15, it goes 15, 30, 45, 60, 75, 90. So let's do a quick check. So it should be 15 times 6. Well, let's do a quick check here. 5 times 6 is 30. Drop your 0, carry your 3. 9 or 6 times 1 is 6. Plus 3 is going to be 9, right? So 15 goes into 94 6 times. Which will be 90. So 4 minus 0 is going to be 4. 9 minus 9 is going to be 0. Next step is to pull down that 8. Drop it down. So how many times can 15 go into 48? So you have 15, 30, 45. So 15 times 3 is going to give us 45. So subtract 45. 8 minus 5 is going to be 3. 4 minus 4 is going to be 0. So we have 0.63, remainder 3, for our answer. Okay, so let's do one more. 69.904 divided by 34. So this is just a longer decimal, the exact same steps we've been doing. Just a longer decimal, that's it, just more digits. Okay, we've got the problem all set up in the correct division format. I've already lined up my decimal up to the top where my quotient will go. Now we're just going to start dividing. So how many times can 34 go into 69? Well, 34 times 2 is going to give us 68, so 2 times. $69 minus 68 is going to give us 1. I'm going to bring down my 9. Can 34 go into 19? It can't because it's smaller. So I'm going to put my 0 up there because it goes in there 0 times. Then I'm going to drop down another 0 right there for us. How many times can 34 go into 190? Well, we know that 30 goes into, let's do a multiples of 30, and we'll see if we can estimate that way. So 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, 180. So 30 times 6 gives us 180. So let's see what 34 times 6 gives us. Just a quick estimation. 6 times 4 is going to be 24. I'm going to drop my 4, carry my 2. 6 times 3 is 18 plus 2 is going to be 204. So that's too many times. So then we're just going to go down one number, 34 times 5. 5 times 4 is going to be 20. Drop my 0, carry my 2. 5 times 3 is 15 plus 2 is 17. Okay, looks like 5 is going to be our number here. So 34 times 5 we just figured out is 170. So I'm going to subtract 170. 190 subtracting 170 is going to give us 20. I'll bring down my last and final number, 4. So how many times can 34 go into 204? Well, if I look back at my notes and I didn't erase, I just crossed out. I found right here that 34 times 6 gives us 204. So I'm going to put my 6 up here, minus 204, get 0 for my remainder. So my answer, I'm going to erase this to give us some room. So my answer is going to be 2.056 for our quotient. Okay, again, feel free to check these answers. I know you'll check them on a test, but it's good practice to check them on your homework and class time as well. Okay, so my last question to you is this. How is estimating helpful to you, or where have you seen people use estimation? Put 1 or 2 things down, double check your notes, and I will see you in class. Bye, guys.